Good morning. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to try and get this right-click handling for setting rotation centers working. And that's the core behaviors of the game all done. That'd be nice. I actually can't remember where this would live, so let's have a look. Did I set a to-do anywhere? Yeah, thank you, pass Matt. So, we're in our grid creation logic for our edit page. We have all of our handling for what we should do on left clicks. And it has this kind of annoying bit where it has to go over all of the different positions. So I guess one thing to do is go ahead and run the program. I'm sure there's going to be a better way of doing what I've been doing, but I can't think of it yet, so we're not bothering with it too much. If you look at the grid, it's got 5 by 5, we count the cells. That means it's 6 by 6 if we count these intersections. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The index from 0, so it's 0 to 5. But it means there's 36 of these, right? So there's 6 that way, there's 6 that way. Fill the grid out. So like we have our loop here, we're going to have a similar loop. But it's going to be 4 col in 0 less than or equal to 5. And for row in 0 is less than or equal to 5. Oops, I've done that. Then let's go ahead and say handler pos will be equal to pos. Okay, these are going to overflow the grid slightly, aren't they? At least some of them are. That's probably not a problem because they're all going to be invisible. So I think we can just do this. I don't know if I have handling for positions that fall outside of the viewport, but I guess we'll find out. So grid pos x plus that times click handler. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I think our click handler can be the same size, right? So our previous click handlers were the size of a cell. I think we're just going to take that. And we're going to shift it back by click handler dim.w. And similarly, the y will instead be cast f32 row times the click handler dim dot height missed. That should be over 2, so we shift it back by half. Nice. All right, then we have this idea of a click handler index. And this is the point, is this will be piece width plus 1. And then we need to make these entities. There's entity push. I was umming and ahhing about whether we make a separate invisible click handler, but I think what we do is we make the visible click handler and we just pass it in which mouse button it accepts. So visible click handler entity is a click handler pos, click handler dim, all the same, which is rather nice. And then edit grid button on clicks. This here is our to do, which, okay, it doesn't exist. It's fine. Now, if you hadn't been watching the previous series, brace yourself, because this is a slightly nasty way of doing it. This is how I've been handling my button presses. Try not to judge. I do wonder if what I should have done, I think I've said this before, is instead of my entity click handlers just taking a pointer to game. Sorry. Oh. Is maybe they should have taken a pointer to game and an opaque pointer to some data. I also kind of think we're going to have like 2 of these that are a mess, and it's not worth worrying about. So I think I'm going to say rule of 3. I don't know if any of you work in companies where that's a thing. We say this at work. If you don't do a thing 3 times, it's not worth panicking about. So yeah, do it here. And I'm gonna have an edit grid intersection on click, I think. Oh my god, can I type intersection on click, which will be a proc game pointer to game, and let me just get my wording same. You just call it n. Cool. Might as well use the same words. So n int returns nothing. Let's have it just print for now. And then we'll have that same horrible block. So we'll go edit grid intersect in on click edit grid intersection on click. Let me put the numbers in here. I guess past me likes that they all ended in on click. I mean, a function that takes game and it just calls. Can I do it all on one line? Edit grid. Rid of that. Intersection on click with game 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Nice. Okay. And then we can just come through here and update. Oh my goodness, what's your problem? I got them all over the place. There we go, 4. It's fucked it. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we get 10. That'll be 11, 12, 13. In fact, I think might be a good way of doing this. Take all of that. We go, that we are 10, that we are 1s, 10s. Up in here. We go like that. And you're 10, 7. Oh no, it hasn't worked, has it? Why has that not worked? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Displaces it, doesn't it? Okay. Let's just go ahead and be like 14. Okay. That probably wasn't actually faster, but we're in there. So that's our 10s. We have 20s, 30s. And we know 30s only have to go up to 35. Drink. So that'll be all of our 20s, will it? What a jump like that. Still not really that slick with all this, but we'll get there. We'll make a mark here. We get all our 30s done. Hang on. Got there. Or them. There we go. Right, so now we can, at the very least, say edit grid intersection on clicks. I can't remember how we've called it up here. Yeah, it's not compile time known for some reason. It didn't work. Is that the slice, for some reason? Slice of proc pointers to game. Slice of proc pointer to game. I think we can do a nice little sort of time save it, which you come in here. I'm going to go ahead and say it's all of that. It's going to go into there. And we're going to take all of these procs. There's probably a quicker way of doing this, but like that. Take it to the end of the line. Bang, bang. Comma. Save it. Format it. Nice. And then if we go to run, our to-do should blow up, so we can jump back to it. So we've got our click handler pos. We've got our click handler index, and that, instead of being that, should be... Oh my god, what have we just called them? Intersection. Edit grid intersection. Intersection on clicks. Click handler index. Angry? Why angry? Undeclared. That seems confusing, because I thought I just declared it. Did I make a typo? Edit grid intersection. I did make a typo. Intersection on clicks. Nice. We come in here. Currently it's all on left click, but we can see they're in the right place at least. And if we go from the bottom, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I was expecting 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, no, because it goes up by 6. So that should be 17, 23, 24, 30, 35. Beautiful. The next thing to do is make them react on right clicks. So, we're done futzing about. Let's go ahead and have a look in here. Our data is now going to have to be not empty. I remember, I think we call it mouse button. Our enum, yeah. So can we go ahead and say mouse button? So it'll pass through either left or right, and that tells it which this one should respond to. I don't think we're ever going to want both. So we have an invisible click handler entity. Takes all of this, and I suppose it should put it on the end, or it should put it in there. I'll put it on the end. Yeah, mouse button. Is a mouse button. Here, we go ahead and say mouse is equal to mouse button. So it won't blow up because everything is 0 initialized, but then these will blow up because they don't have enough arguments. And you, sir, are right. And you, sir, are left. Oh my god, there we go. Why am I trying to autocomplete? It's 4 letters. Silly. Alright, so that's now in. Nobody responds on left click still. It's only over on right clicks. Sorry, nobody responds on right clicks yet. It's only over on left clicks. We need to go work out where this click handling happens. That sounds promising. We're in the edit screen, so we come into here. We have our generic mouse handling. It needs to set the right value for clickable on entity. Cool. We go back to our invisible click handlers. There we go. Okay, cool. And again, it doesn't need to be passed through here because all the mouse handling happens before that. Exciting. This one is mouse, button is left. And this one is mouse, button is right. That should do it. Come in here. I can left click around, nothing prints. If I right click, I get numbers. And they do stick out a little bit from here, but it's the only right click interaction we're going to have, so I don't think that's a problem. I think where that would become a problem is if, like, so I think if these left clickable cells overflowed their visible box, that would become a problem because then if this got near this button, you'd accidentally trigger it. But not a problem for the right click thing, I don't think. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick commit. Say right click handling. Now we just need to go back, work out what our click handlers need to look like to set the rotation center like we want to set it. Let's start by looking at what our on click looked like. So it got the edit state. Do you have on click in you? Edit state has pieces and pieces have a rot center. Yeah. It grabs the old value, which it needed to know for the toggling. And state.piece buffer. That's state.active piece index filled equals new thing. So actually that same state and that update bit are going to be very similar, aren't they? Let's grab that. Can we go find our intersection on click? And we will remove this. Pop that in there. But we don't care about old value, new value. Would like to set rot center, not filled. How do we get your position? I think it'll be a grid pos. No. Cannot index. True. You can't index it. In fact, we check that. Now if I right click, I should see this reset to the bottom left. Right, and that should work in all of these. Beautiful. And leave and come back. Nice. So grid pos has an x equals something and a y equals something. And we've got n, which is going up from the bottom left. Everything goes to the bottom left, so that's not complicated. X will just be n modulo piece width plus 1. And this will be n integer divided by piece width plus 1. Angry. Ints and I32s. I don't know which way it's complaining. Are you meant to be an I32? Right. Remember that's on our list to tidy. I don't know why I've got such a garbled mess of these. N? N is int. Okay, you meant to actually be that one. No. Is it complaining that that wants to be an I32? And then something else blows up? No, perfect. We come in here. We can set our rotation center. Excellent. So I might switch the rotation center inside these to be like this one maybe by default. I think most normal behaviors will have the rotation center kind of in the middle. In fact, should we set up some default pieces that are more normal Tetris looking? And then we've got actually a somewhat playable state for our game, which is exciting. That opened it down there. Yeah, it was that easy. Set rot center. On click. Lovely jubbly. Checking the time quickly. Oh, I've only just started. You love to see it. Yeah, let's go set up some sensible default pieces. I think they're all defined in piece. Yeah. Should we look up what do normal Tetris pieces look like? Tetris pieces. They're the Tetris pieces. There's 7 of them. So a square would look like that. Except shall we displace it in a little bit? So empty and 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. The rest are all zeros, and your rotation center will make 1, 1. Nope, we'll make it 2, 2. There we go. 1. The I let's okay, hang on. Grab just them, make them zeros. I guess let's displace it across. They're zeros. 1, 2, we'll put it on that one. 1, 2, put it on that one. Put it on that one. That one. That look right. No. that. Nice. And then, what do you reckon? 3-2? Are we in the middle of it? So 3-3? Okay, ready. Grab that. And that. And that. Let's put you right there. Cross one. Well, let's do like that one. Cross. So this one needs to now go 1, 2. There and there. Nope, cocked it. This is why we have a piece editor. We're not making people do this by hand in a text file. Okay, nice. And then I guess you'll rotate around 3-2 by default. Looks good. Just go grab where these are getting used. I'll put in. This is up to 7, I guess. So piece 4, piece 5, piece 6, and piece 7. Cool. Piece 4. Piece 5, piece 6, piece 7. This is slightly boring, but I do want to get it to a place where it's playable. We even do a bit of play testing. It's high and mighty for playing Tetris. This one, let me go actually paste. Last one. Oop. All this, all the guts that we want. Right, so in this case, I need to move this one. Which way around I've done these? S looks like that. So I need to move the bottom one to the right and the top one to the left. So the bottom one goes to the right. The top one comes to the left. And they're all 4s. Probably means that needs to move as well. Got it. Nice. Then over here, piece 5 is L. What does that look like? So from the bottom, we go across one, turn that one on, turn that one on. Then we're going to go up, that one on, up, turn that one on. Got the L. Again, probably shovel that across one. So it's actually 2-2. And J will be similar. So we come across one there. We turn on that and that. All right. So it's not that one. It's not that one. It's that one. And 2-2 again. And then T pieces, which, what do they look like? Skip one. That's it. Somewhere sensible. Yep. And then on the line below, are we there, I think? Nice. We got our tea. That should give us a playable game. And we come in here and we'll make another one. I don't know. Looks like that. And now we can all judge how bad my actual Tetris playing is. You'd have thought, having done all of this, that I'm some sort of like Tetris fan, but really, I barely play it. That looks good. There. We can see what our difficulties tune like as well as they get faster. There's some lines. Panic, because I've not got anywhere sensible to put you. How many lines I have to clear to get the speed up? I remember we programmed that in. I can't remember what the breakpoint would have been. Oh my god. You go there. You go there. I think that needs filling in. That there. Get that one there. There. I fully might be too bad at Tetris to realistically playtest this. There. That's a less scary place to put you. Come on, random number generator. Where's all my long ones? There. There. God, I'm panicking. Alright, so we've got some long ones. We also now need to clear these, though. Bugger, I've not got anywhere to put him, do I? Ah! Didn't need that. The boys with Tetris YouTubers now. Programming is for chumps. Like that. Pop you there. That one in there. Okay, well, been reasonably fun. I'm up for this again. Damn it. I just want to see the speed up, and I can't remember what point I do the speed up. There. RNG going through with there. Got nowhere to put you that's nice. Oh, we've not done piece saving, have we? Maybe that's a thing we should have added. Do 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 do. Probably particularly relevant if you've got horrible surprise pieces like this. Oh no. Oh no, it's all going wrong. I don't think I'm good enough at Tetris to actually get to my speed up. We clear that, we clear there. Clear there. Use that a bit later. That too. Oh, no, that was bad. Piss. Now you can rotate it up to get another second. I don't know where to put it though. These two can interlock. That's kind of fun. Of course, there's then another one. I'm going to put there. That can just drop in there. Oh, they were completely aligned. No, our background colour's too similar to our piece colours. Ah. Yeah, no, I'm not good enough for Tetris to get to the speed up, I don't think. Dead, I think. Game over. Well, there is a speed up in there somewhere. But plays reasonably well. What's this? Main menu, max pieces, stage, that. More reasonable pieces for a playable game. Me? This then. Actually adding the pieces. I know, we could do like a rebase. But cares. Push that up. Right. That's a point that we could add to our readme though. Save piece in game. That's pretty standard Tetris expected behavior, isn't it? Right. And then let me stage that, and I'm just curious. I'm going to go set the lines per level to like 2. So we can see what the game looks like as it gets a bit faster. Read me. So I'm pretty sure I have something called like lines per level. There we go. Make it 2. Build that. Alright. Even I can get to the speed up. Right. Okay, so that should get us to a speed up. No, not quite. Nearly, though. Alright, is it going faster? Yes, it is going faster. Oh, it's going to get too fast for me very quickly, isn't it? That in control, keep that in control. Oh, okay. Okay, jumps in difficulty might be a bit high. Okay, that's fun. It just goes. Nice. Alright, put that back to 20. We can worry about that in the future. Looking back over what we got. Do you know what? I keep saying I want the actual like core gameplay done. That feels like it's core gameplay. Where these are more nice, right? export and import game and saving game configs, I think will make it much more like actually playable. I think it sounds like a fun programming puzzle to do. Same as save move history and view and validate scores from a replay. Because I don't know, yeah, it sounds like a fun problem to work on. But save piece in game, I mean, it's essentially like preview, right? It's just another bit of state. How am I for time? Might be able to do it now. I did hear. I think I think the family are getting up. Okay, we'll save that for another day. Keep this one a short one. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. I will catch you next time.